everyone. Thank you very much for being with us today after having welcomed 7,000 participants that have joined us from all over the world. We're truly happy to have you back on board for our third season and very first episode of 2021 on the 360 degrees of fundraising, focusing today on the business angel network from getting noticed to closing the first deal. In less than 5 episodes, we'll cover the full value chain of accessing funds in Luxembourg, starting today with our fantastic speakers, serial entrepreneurs, and angels. A little bit about their fantastic background. Ms. Diane T is an independent board director, Luxembourg Top 100 Women Board Leaders, Vice President of the Luxembourg Business Angel Network. Ms. T has been one of the most active angels in the startup ecosystem since its inception in Luxembourg back in 2013 and has supported many of our fintech entrepreneurs along the way. Thank you very much for being with us today, Diane. Elias Chbeir is tech advisor and serial entrepreneur, founder of Elias Luxembourg and Skyline. He's part of the board of directors of LBAN and has recently invested in Blockpulse, a Loft affiliated tokenization platform based in Paris. He also loves to volunteer by supporting young aspiring entrepreneurs, mainly at the University of Luxembourg Incubator. Shout out to Pranjul Shah, who's with us today. Frederic Stiernon is one of the finest entrepreneurs in Luxembourg. His latest venture, Carpe-Diem, is an award-winning firm allowing any mobile app and connected car to activate any fuel pump and manage the payment from inside the car. He's also board member of member of the board of directors of CoinPlus, a Loft member. Denis Avrilionis is a serial entrepreneur and founder of Compellio, a platform providing support for business model creation and validation. Without exaggeration, Denis and his colleague Theo are one of the best instructors on business model innovation you could possibly come across here in Luxembourg. Check out our latest masterclass with Theo on our YouTube channel. Today, I've also the pleasure to be joined by my dear colleague, Frederic Weimarskirch, who's supporting Loft members in their pursuit to do business in Luxembourg and to succeed. He's also a keen advisor on financing and funding you want to reach out to if need there is. Frederic, ladies and gentlemen, the screen is yours.
Thank you very much for the dynamic introduction, Anthony, as always. Welcome to today's digital event on business angel investment. As some of you may have experienced already, in the life of pretty much every investor, the question of funding will arise at some point. How do I start? What are the first steps? Is it the right moment to raise funds? Which type of investor is the right one for my business? You will get answers to all of those questions and many others during our session today. We will kick off with an introduction of the Luxembourg Business Angel Network, LBAN, presented by our friends Diane and Elias. Thank you very much, guys, for being with us today. And then later on, during our panel discussion, Denis from Compellio and Frederic from Carpe Diem will share their experiences and give you their advice on angel investment. Again, thank you very much for being with us today, guys. Last but not least, for the audience, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in our chat. Enough of me speaking. Let's start. Diane and Elias, can you hear me?
Yes. Thank
Perfect.
you. Thank you very much, Love, for having me, and hello, everyone. So we will start with a quick presentation of the Luxembourg Business Angel Network, which is the sole business angel network here in Luxembourg. Yes, it's the sole network because, yeah, it fits to the size of the country. And if you go to the neighborhood countries, you can find more than one business angels network. We have the aspiration to federate all private investors in Luxembourg, as well as in the greater region around Luxembourg. We have the mission, or the vision and the mission to provide the relevant tools and resources to our members so that we can assist them and support them in their investment activities by doing a lot of things, providing training, education, events, so that to allow them to mingle with other business angels, like-minded people. If we can go to the next slide, Elias or whoever, yeah. So so maybe you already know what the business angel is and where we intervene in the investment chain. So we intervene, we step in between the seed round and the early stage of a startup before before the VC takes over. We represent a very important point in this investment chain. We support the local ecosystem. We support the economy in a way that we allow and help entrepreneurs to flourish. And in some statistics that have been issued in the past, you could even see that a business angel's investment represent a much higher figure than those coming from the venture capitalist firms. Next slide, please. So we talked about different events, different activities we provide. So we used to provide, before the pandemic, we used to provide the bi-monthly angel apero to allow our members to mingle, to exchange experiences, investment experiences between each other. We continued, despite the pandemic, we have continued with the Lunch and Contribute, where we provide education to our members and sometimes open to non-members as well. We partner with the local ecosystem partners to provide certain specific trainings, such as Go Beyond, LBAN, which is the European Business Angel Network. We also provide monthly pitching events. So we invite selected startups to pitch in front of our investors, and many other type of events. Unfortunately, the pandemic has slowed down and removed certain events, but still, despite the pandemic, we have not stood idle at all, and we have been even more active over the past year by turning everything to digital. Everything that we could into digital, of course. Can you switch to the next slide? Since 2019, the LBAN has, how can I say, reinvented itself. We wanted to bring a blow of fresh ideas to the LBAN and give it a new shape so that it becomes more attractive in the external eyes, in the public eyes. So we have introduced many things in the LBAN. We have introduced many working committees to help and support the association in its activities, such as the event committee, the marketing and communication committee, the investment committee, the membership and sponsorship committee. And on that latter one, we have focused a lot our energy in, and we have given a push into this committee so that we attract more members, but not only more members, individual members, but also corporate members. And I'm very, very proud to say that we have attracted 3 corporate members in 2020, starting with Avakani Partners, a consulting firm, Lux Innovation, you all know them, I don't need to introduce them, and lately, Loyens & Loeff, a law firm. And we have 2 more to come in the coming months, but I'm not going to share anything until they sign, for sure. And these corporate memberships allow us to take even more meaningful actions and host more meaningful activities in the benefit of our members, and of course, indirectly to the ecosystem. And all the names that you can see below that are all the partners, local actors that we work with. Next slide, please. So here are some statistics for 2020 and in general. So like I said, we have not stood idle despite the pandemic, and we have grown our membership by 20%. So reaching 95 individual members in 2020. And again, despite the pandemic, we have not stopped our investment. And I'm very proud to say that the LBAN has invested more than 6.5 million euros in the last 12 months. Knowing that this number represent those that have been reported to us. Several business angels have decided to keep confidential their investment, and we respect that. But just for you to know that it's more than 6.5 million euros. That equates to around 60 investment in total in that year. Several people ask us how many, I mean, what is the average amount of a ticket size? At the LBAN, from what we have observed, it can go from, of course, a couple of thousand to even up to 1 million. This is what we have observed, but the average ticket size, it's between 50K and 100K euros. It might appear to be small in your eyes, but again, it goes hand in hand with the size of the country, which I think it's a great number already. And in Europe in general, the ticket size are lower than that of the United States or even Singapore. So yeah, it's all relative. And I think at the next slide, if we can go to it. Yeah, so the next two slides are not that important. I don't think I'm going to spend some time here. It's just to see, to show you a couple of examples of startups we have invested in over the past years. It's not all the startups we have invested in, but these are a few examples. So this first page are those located in Luxembourg, and here are those abroad. So anywhere in Europe and even beyond Europe. And with this, I will give the token to my colleague, Elias.
Okay, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so thank you, Diane. And I have just 2 or 3 more slides here to present. Well, we do receive lots of requests directly on LinkedIn or by mail to the business angels or to members of the board like me and Diane. However, if you really want to request funding from LBAN, the address to go to is what you see in front of you. So we have a platform called GUST, and we have a clear process defined there that will guide you on what we really request from you. So what happens is that you go to GUST platform. There are some documents that need to be exchanged, like maybe a financial plan, a presentation of what you are doing, competition, etc., etc. And then once we receive those requests, you need to know that there is an investment committee that will do a first screening process. I won't go into the details now, that's not the point, but what I can tell you is that there are some people who are maybe in the board that will review things, startups that are related to biohealth or to space or to blockchain, any other fintechs. So these will make the first screening process. And then there will be some kind of, let's say, first assessment. And then the members would be able to vote. So the members will be able to go to GUST, so to this platform, and provide their own feedback, vote if they really want to see the owner of whoever from that startup that needs to come and pitch for us. And that's how it helps, you know, more or less. We also do help our members by having our own due diligence process and some legal templates that we can provide. If you have any information, you can always reach out the LBAN manager, Teona, through this address, info@lban.lu. Well, a little bit more about the application process here is, as Diane said, well, the stages are basically those stages that you see: pre-seed, seed, and Series A. We are not going, we also take a look at if you are a 1-person or at least 2-person team. So we do prefer that there is a team behind the startup, that it's not just an idea that somebody has in mind and want to get money to try to check it out. No, you need to have at least proven that there is some kind of traction, there are people who are coming to you and are ready to pay for what you are offering. So it doesn't need to, you don't need to have made 1 million euro of sales, but at least there is some kind of traction. And most of the time, what we really look at is our companies which are in Europe, Luxembourg and the neighboring countries, but that doesn't mean that we are not ready to invest outside this area if the opportunity arises and it makes sense for us. But usually what happens is that we try to attract such startups to come also to Luxembourg, to be involved in the Luxembourgish ecosystem, like with the Loft, for example, or Lux Innovation or House of Startups. The documents that are needed, well, these are part of them: pitch deck, executive summary, and financials, as I mentioned. I already informed in earlier 2 slides that we base our analysis on what are you trying to solve, what is the value proposition, what is the difference between you and other startups that already exist in the market that are doing exactly the same as you. Sometimes we really receive pitch decks which don't take into consideration the competition, and that's a no-go for us. For example, you really have to mention what is the competition, and you need to understand that everything that you present to LBAN, we are not just going to take it as for granted. So we do our own due diligence. Each BA, before they want to invest in any startup, they will do their own due diligence also. So that's it for now. We are going to have a workshop later on, which we can discuss some and additional stuff about what you can do and how you can reach out to and pitch to business angels. Thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for the information shared. As you went already through loads of points there, I would say we jump to Denis and Fred. And please, Denis, could you just briefly talk about Compellio, give the audience an idea what Compellio is about, and then maybe later on Frederic from Carpe Diem do the same, and then we will jump into other questions.
Sure. Good morning, everyone. So thank you for the presentation, Diane, Elias, very comprehensive. So about Compellio, it was a company that wasn't meant to be a company in the first place. Actually, I had to create the company because we wanted to build our first customer. So it was a project that turned to a company, and it wasn't meant to be like this in the first place. Now we are actually, there are 8 persons. There's a small company still, and I would like to keep it small still. We are specialized in blockchain, and the reason why I would like to keep it small is because I would like to get the traction that I want before raising any money. I'm very glad to share, the success that we already have with investors. Once I believe that I have proven what we actually aiming at doing. So it's not necessarily about when, the money that you raise, but when to raise the money. That is also important. In terms of what we do, we are specialized in blockchain. We are actually providing infrastructure to help raise trust on e-commerce. We are protecting already the authentication and authenticity of more than 20,000, 30,000 products actually now recently. We are integrating different technologies from Bitcoin to Ethereum without focusing on cryptocurrencies. And yeah, we're very excited about the e-commerce because we saw that with COVID that actually this is a very big, interesting domain that is booming now, even for people that didn't even want to talk about. And we're looking forward to the future, very bright.
Thank you very much.
Pandemic.
So then I would say we jump to Frederic. Give us a brief overview of Carpe Diem, please.
Yes, hello everyone. So Carpe Diem, our role, the mission that we have given is to connect drivers with fuel stations. We want to make the user experience in the fuel station better than it is, and at least it was years ago. So we have developed a platform that allows actually this link between the drivers with their car or with their mobile phones. They are now able to activate the fuel pump and manage the refill, the tanking directly from inside the car. and we manage completely the payment, meaning that this user experience is quite easy. We are live since 2 years, and we have just announced a few weeks ago that we have made more than 1 million refills on this period, which is actually a quite good milestone for us, because it positions us as probably the leader in terms of volume sold through mobile all over Europe. Yeah, if you wish, I have a short video that I would like to show you, then you can understand what we do. It's 20 seconds.
For 20 seconds, I think we are still in time. Yeah, not a problem.
Good. Where is it? Oops. It's that one. So we don't create any apps. That's something that is very important. We provide a service that anyone can integrate in his existing mobile app or directly inside the car, in the dashboard of the car. And when the service is integrated in the app, then you can access the service and select the pump you want to use when you are in the station. The pump is ready. You take the nozzle, place the nozzle back, and then you got your refill. You got your receipt. You can leave the station. This is the service we provide, and that is actually used now by thousands of people every day.
Good. Thank you very much. So, Denis, as you're an investor and a serial entrepreneur at the same time, it would be interesting to know what would be your advice to an entrepreneur looking for funding, and maybe even what would be the critical factor for someone choosing their investor, in your opinion?
Yes, first of all, it's only the personal experience that I can share, and it's a very limited one, but still, I mean, what I have seen is that one of the important things is not only the money that the business angel brings, but also the personality that a business angel brings. And you might have clashes in personality when people have money. So this is a very important thing, that to see if there is a match there. And second is that we saw, and especially the last year with the pandemic, that there is no financial plan that can hold all the turmoil and everything that can happen to a business. So even more important than the planning is the knowledge of what are the danger alarms that you have in your company, and you have to steer the company based on something that is very precise and very factual about what's going on. So you need to understand what are your KPIs. I mean, how do you manage what are the important things that give you indication that you are in a good way. I mean, and you can feel it when you go in the right direction. Actually, you can feel that. I mean, you can have the stress, and you always are stressed. I mean, even me, after starting, a few things, and I have repeatedly did the same things, there is always the stress. But the important is that to have some key factors, some factual data that allow you to understand whether you are in a danger zone or not. So even more than planning is the actual knowledge of the business in the everyday signs that you're getting that are important. So when you have business angels that actually are aligned with the views that you're having, it's first of all to the entrepreneur to understand whether the vision of the business angel fits, because as there are quite a few requests to people to get money, business angels tend to be also a bit arrogant. So this is also something which is important to understand, and you should probably also pay attention to the questions that are asked, because if people come with preconceived ideas, it is a recipe for failure. So there should be openness on both sides, and stick to the facts rather than gut feelings.
Okay.
Just in brief.
Very good advice. Thank you very much. So we are unfortunately running out of time. It's a limited commodity. So Frederic, could you give us your insights about how to, for instance, manage the relationship with investors? As correct me if I'm wrong, you have over 70 investors in your venture, right?
Yes, I can give you some. I won't spoil the workshop that will take place in a few minutes, but there I will be probably more detailed. I will go into more details. But yes, over the last 4 years, we have raised 8.4 million euro, and today we have 63 investors. And this was built over time, based first with what we call the 3F: family, friends, and fools. Because when someone invests in the first place in a project, it is really that they trust it. And over time, we had an evolution in terms of kind of investors coming. I would not say that we have selected our investors, because when you raise money, actually, you need to be clear about what you expect from the people that are investing. I have many friends to whom I said, if you have 5,000 euros that you are ready to lose, then invest them, because maybe one day you will make money out of them. But don't ask me don't expect to have an active role in the company. So I need money. If you want to help, you are welcome. But don't come with some specific request based on your money. Consider that you may lose it. And I was always very, very clear with them about the fact that we are moving. We said we will raise money to do this, and then we will probably need additional money because there will be a next step. So they knew exactly what was the plan. They understand that we know exactly our market. We know where we are going, why we are going there, and we maintain a communication channel with them. They can call me whenever they want. They get information every 3 months, maybe 4 months, because things are not moving very, very fast. It's long sales process and so on. But if things are going well, they know it. But also, if something is going wrong, we tell them as well, because it is their money. It is part of their company. So they need to know. So it's really creating the trust, and managing multiple investors is also a question of organization.
Okay. So your recipe is basically transparency.
Absolutely.
Very honest and straightforward with your investors. Okay, perfect.
Like this, yes.
So as I said, we are running out of time, but I have one last question for Diane and Elias, which is something I see and we see here at Loft on a regular basis: traction. How do you get noticed by business angels, and what do you need in terms of potential traction? Even do you need any traction? So please elaborate on this, if you may.
Yeah, so maybe I can start, and then Elias can add his opinion and view on that as well. So as you know, business angels are very much solicited because there are way too many startups on the market. So it is crucial to stand out of the crowd. And one of the way to attract the attention of a business angel is to build commercial traction. To me personally, this is one of the things that I pay very much attention to. You can have a great idea, you can have a great product, but if it is not validated on the market, it's worth nothing. And a business angel is not a philanthropist. They put their own money, and they want to make sure that there is a return on investment. So seeing a startup having commercial tractions is very important, because it tells a lot about the company. It tells a lot about the leader, the CEO, how he or she is taking his company, and how much traction the product has on the market. The other point, and there are so many, but we don't have the time, and we can elaborate on this in the workshop later on. It's about having visibility, gaining visibility, building visibility through the social media to attract the attention of the business angels, by building your personal branding, your company branding, because you need to touch the heart of the business angel. You need to speak to the heart of the business angel. And if you're just like any startup, you don't have a personal branding or company branding, you don't have a story to tell, you cannot touch the heart of the business angel.
And without touching the heart, you will not touch the wallet, I guess. Great, perfect. Thank you very much. Elias, something you want to add?
Small thing to add here, because we're running out of time, as you said, and we can tackle this maybe in the workshop if needed. It's very important also that we know that the founders have put off their own money in a certain way, so that they really took a risk, that they're not coming to the business angels telling them also. So it's for them only to take the risk, but they already have proven that they have taken the risk and that they were able to attract, at least, as we say, family, friends, and friends, as Frederic mentioned. This is very important. This is to show also that, yeah, we are taking big risks ourselves before we come to you already, because we ourselves believe in what we are trying to put in place. So that's on top of what Diane said, just that.
Maybe if I can add something is from what we've seen with the discussions we had with many investors or potential investors, a big difference comes also when you talk about the teams and the previous experiences you've met or you've made with your partners. So I know that when I started alone, it wouldn't even been possible to succeed. And so I had the great luck that my colleague Alain, Diane joined me a few months after we started, and we have really complementary skills, which is also showing the investors that actually all the different aspects of managing a company are internally present. And this helps also to secure the fact that if they invest, they will have a complete view, and they will also be able to maybe get a return on their investment. So the team is very, very important, I guess, for the investors. I'm quite sure of this, yes.
Okay, I think we will have to call it a day now, because Anthony, do you hear us?
Of course, I'm there.
Perfect.
I've never left you. So, hey, now we want to go to the next part. First of all, Frederic Weimerskirch, thank you very much for stepping in. What we want to do right now is I want you to take part. For all of those who would like to take part in this session, I would like you to insert your last and first name. The three major scores will be displayed on the screen, and the winner will be able to introduce him or herself. Okay, all you need to do is to click on the link. Okay, I'm already seeing our first coming in. Alain Buxay, please let us wait 1 minute until everybody joins. Okay, 2 people, let's go. Okay, you are dropping in. I want to see more. I want to see 50 people dropping in. Okay, please go ahead. Please go ahead. The quiz session will last 3 minutes, and only the best are going to be displayed, so no worries. If you're bad at this, you won't even get mentioned. Let's go. Okay. Okay, I want to see some more people dropping in. I want to see some more people dropping in. Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. Let me do the shared screen to see you who's competing. Who has paid attention? Let's go even more. Okay. I want to go up to 30. Come on, join in. Join in. That's it. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. I want to arrive to 30. 27. 3 more. 3 more. 28. 2 more. 29. 30. Let's go. Start. We start. You have 3 minutes. Mr. Joe Trumer is leading. 2 minutes 40. Okay. Who's A? A8, okay. 2:30 left. Two minutes, 20 seconds. Mr. Bernard Nicolas. Okay, we're getting there. Less than 2 minutes left. Bernard Nicolai is leading. We have an anonymous on the second place. Fred, okay. Mr. Stiernon is setting up the bar. Mr. Mysterious or Mrs. Mysterious is leading. One minute left. $40 left. Victor is leading. We have an anonymous. Bernard Nicole on the third place. 40 seconds left. Hurry up, all of you. Hurry up. Hurry up. Martin Amiga on the third place. 20 seconds left. Come on. Ten seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner is Victor Aideyan. Victor, please unmute yourself. Introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes. Congratulations.
Hi.
You were the one paying the most attention. Congratulations. So introduce yourself in 30 seconds. Who are you?
Hi, everybody. My name is Victor. Hi, Fred. Hi, guys. Hi, Denis. I'm calling you from Silicon Valley, California, where it's 20 minutes to 3. I'm the head of marketing of a fintech called Ampercash. Lots of great team. We've talked to them. They're helping us with our European expansion. And that was a great talk, Diane. Really appreciated Elias, Frederic. Frederic, love your app. I think you should bring it to the US. It's wonderful. And thank you, everybody. Really, really nice. It's been worthwhile getting up this early to take part in this. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Victor. Now let's go over to the 2 workshop sessions that are going to be held in parallel. The first one is how to pitch to business angels with Diane and Elias. The second one is managing expectations and your financial fundraising with Fred and Denis. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to open up the rooms, and you can self-assign yourself if you have upgraded your Zoom version to the latest one. If you haven't, please drop in the chat and we will assign you manually. So please go ahead.